WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman, and joining us in this segment, we've got Cirque du Canine's founder, Michelle Harrell. Michelle, good morning to you. How are you today?
Good morning. We're doing well. Thank you.
Well, I am glad to hear that. And this is unique to me and probably unique to our listeners as well. A dog circus, as coined with the French titling there. And Michelle, how did this whole thing get started? I think that's a great place to start for us here. How did you get this ball rolling?
This is a great question. So I have been performing with my personal dogs, the Magical Poodles, for about 25 years. And my great friend, partner in crime, Gail Mirabella, has also performed with her dog for many years, former Ringling Brothers act. And we got together and decided, hey, let's put our dogs and our creativity together and let's make a really big show. So that was our dream, and we just decided it was time, put it together, got it started, and then COVID hit and sort of knocked us down. And I was determined, to get back up and get it back rolling, and it is rolling now.
Well, lovely to hear that COVID wasn't a stall out moment for you. My question to you,
Right.
This Gail Mirabella that you have met and did a similar thing. You joined forces to make this all happen. How did you two meet, and how much history is there behind your guys' encounter that kind of made this all come to fruition?
Yes, we met many years ago at a dog person's house, of course. She was working for a friend of mine in his Frisbee dog show, and we immediately hit it off, and I knew she was a kindred spirit, and we started performing together, doing all types of shows through the years, just combining like smaller shows, and it sort of just kept rolling until I convinced her to do this show. And it was a little scary because it's a big show. It's a lot to do and it's a lot to coordinate, but we were really ready for it. A lot of years of experience between the two of us.
Sure. And Michelle, you had mentioned your Magic Poodles, I believe is what you'd said there. So you're doing your own act. She's doing her own act for a while there. You join forces and make a big old show happen out of it. For your side of things, prior to the Cirque du Canines, the Magic Poodles, can you tell me just a little bit about the history there, the training that was involved, and really how you even got started with just that portion of it?
Yes, I ran off to Europe to join the circus, so to speak, but my own little circus. I was a street performer, performing a living statue in Europe in the late 90s, and had a partner in crime there, a living statue whose mother had a lifetime of performing with her dog, Circus. And I went to meet her, and out from her house comes running 6 of the most beautiful white poodles. And I knew that was what I was going to do. So I started on that journey as soon as I got back to the States and began my own little dog show, performing at county and state fairs, libraries, schools, many different venues, and has been a dream job, the best job you can imagine.
So for 25 years now, got you back stateside, and then we really were able to kind of make this all happen. So I appreciate the background on yourself there a little bit. What can you tell me about Gail Mirabella? You mentioned that she was a seasoned Ringling Bros touring professional. What else about Gail can you give us some insight on?
Oh, Gail is pretty amazing. She started as a competitor with the Frisbee dog world. Then she became and is still on the Purina One Incredible Dog team. And she not only performs for Purina events, she is one of their master judges at their big competitions. And you can see that actually on Amazon Prime. A Different Breed is what it's called, and it documents the journey of the competitor in the Frisbee dog world, and she is interviewed on there as a judge. So her background is very stellar. She is a master trainer. She does dock diving with the pool. She does Frisbee all kinds of tricks, and she is the grand MC of our show. She's the ringmaster.
Well, yeah, it sounds like you can lean on her with some years of experience there as well. And so you've got two folks that are really, they had their own deal going, and then they've just joined forces to do this. And it is the Cirque du Canines that we're talking about here today with Michelle Harrell, one of the founders of this whole deal. They'll be performing at the Kirkland Fine Arts Center at Millikan University Saturday, September 20th from 2 to 4 p.m. So everything you're hearing about today, you'll get a chance to see for yourself. Michelle, what can folks expect from the show? Obviously, we got the Magic Poodles, we got the Dog Circus, but I have to imagine there's some other goings in the works as well. What can you tell me about the performance coming up at the Kirkland Fine Arts Center?
Oh, we have quite a surprise. A very special guest, Lauren Frazier, is joining us. She's one of our guests that we add whenever we can. We try to add special guests. We have 3 different ones that we currently work with. Lauren is out of North Carolina. She's a young lady of 20 years old. She has 2 amazing dogs that do frisbee and trick routines and high jump. And wait for it, she's bringing her performing chicken. We call her our chicken girl, and she's going to put on quite the little show with her chicken as well.
Performing chickens. So we're going from dogs and poodles and the likes to now performing chickens as well. What is a chicken able to do, Michelle? I know that might not be your forte, but what can we train a chicken to really do? Just for those out there listening.
They will be amazed. She can do a little agility run with the tunnel and the weave poles like a dog, jumping through a hoop like a dog, jumps onto her back through her arms. It's quite something to see. The chicken performed with us last time, and actually in the spring, and actually laid an egg backstage in her crate, which I was thrilled to see. And it really just gave the whole crew backstage a real laugh. So those are things you can't make up, you know.
Well, so we've got a special guest joining us for this. So we've already kind of got an idea of what to expect, and now you've thrown us a little bit of a wrench here as well. Anything else that you can tell us about the Cirque du Canines event itself in terms of, you know, what those tricks have, what those little displays kind of have for us to expect from that September 20th date?
We have so many routines. I think that we have more routines than any dog act out there. So it's constantly changing. Every time they have someone on stage, it is doing something different than the one before. So there's always something for everyone. Their favorite part, dog dancing, or their agility is their favorite part. And I myself changed costumes about 6 times.
Holy cow.
So there's a lot of action going on backstage as well. We try to make it really colorful, interesting, and something for everyone.
And Michelle, you've been doing this for a long time now. Just if you would tell me a little bit about, you know, how things have changed for you. So obviously you've grown and you've continued to move from place to place, but in your 25 plus years of doing this now, how has things changed for you personally in terms of your training, maybe the dogs that you have, things like that? How much change have you seen over these last 25 years or so?
Well, I really shifted because I was sort of catering to a different audience when I first started, which was fairs and festivals. But the performing arts theaters are so much more of a specialized, refined venue that is what really prompted Gail and I to put together really fine-tuned routines. So doing some dog dancing to routines is my specialty and really pushed me as a performer to train myself to do a lot more with my dogs in coordination with them. So it really took me down a path that I'm so glad I'm on.
Oh, I love that for you. And thank you for sharing some of that change that you've seen and endured and gone through yourself. With your dogs dancing, are we talking like a little 2-step? Are we talking you got them up, you know, have them by the paws and you're doing a little salsa? What is dog dancing for somebody that has never seen dog dancing before?
Well, I put together a specialized routine to where they are coordinated moves. First, I find something from modern dance where I can memorize the routine, and then I figure out how to put a trick within those moves. So I have to have myself memorize a move and a routine, and the dog memorize the routine, and it has to flow. So you have to start very slow, do one part, get that down, add another part, do those two together, and so on. And it takes a long time to not only get the flow, but to make it consistent. And when it's not consistent, you have to always make yourself land on your own feet and their paws and make it look as if it's still the way you wanted it to be. So that is the real trick.
I can imagine that would be a challenge. A quick question for you here, Michelle. In terms of the dogs themselves, are they following your lead, or do they know, because you've trained with them, you've developed this routine? Do they kind of know what they're doing too? So are they following your lead, or are they kind of in their own little world and know exactly what they're supposed to be doing? How does that go?
It's a little of both, actually. You always want to give the same cues. I use my hands as cues, snapping, motion, but they also memorize. They have a great memory. And so they also memorize the routine, and they know what's next. And that comes with a lot of practice. Making it fun for them is also the key thing. If I could tell anyone anything about training, make it fun for the dog, and they'll want to do it.
I've got to say, just getting a dog to give you their paw sometimes can be enough of a challenge. So I can only imagine how much training really goes into a whole performative routine. And I still have so many questions for you, Michelle. But let's go ahead and take ourselves our first break of the morning show. We're joined by Cirque du Canine's founder, Michelle Harrell, talking about their performance coming up at the Kirkland Fine Arts Center on September 20th from 2 to 4 p.m. We'll be back to talk more with Michelle about how she gets these dogs to dance and all the tricks and routines that are going to be had on display at the Kirkland Fine Arts Center. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Off with a classic fish fry from 4:30 to 7:30. Tot Rod Pedal Pulls and Captain Keach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters at 7. Saturday brings the Hallelujah Hustle 5K, vendor fair, wine and bourbon tasting, food trucks, dodgeball tournament, and Brushville rocking the stage at 7. On Sunday, enjoy the fried chicken dinner 11 to 2, alumni mass and open house, and cakewalk, kids tent, inflatables, raffles, food all weekend long. Welcome home to St. Mary's Fall Festival, September 12th through 14th in Taylorville. Fall means football, festivals, and holiday fun made better with the refreshing glass of Prairie Farms lemonade. Prairie Farms is proud to partner with the Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation, a national leader in the fight against childhood cancer. Look for the special QR code on your favorite bottle or jug of Prairie Farms lemonade and help us raise a minimum of $100,000 in support of child cancer research. Make a difference for families impacted by childhood cancer by choosing crisp, refreshing Prairie Farms lemonade.
There are pencil marks on the doorway.
Handprints are embedded in the driveway.
And clothes that fit yesterday are too small today.
Boy, how they've grown.
So tall, so wise,
and so fast.
You know, seeing our kids starting a new chapter has us thinking about the changing seasons.
Then again, we're a heating and air company. Our lives revolve around changing seasons.
Now, these seasons don't always change as much as we'd like.
Other times, they change too much.
But through every season, as your kids have grown, our company has grown.
As they learned, we did too.
Jansen's vans were rolling on their first day of kindergarten.
And we'll still be here providing comfort as they walk across the finish line with diplomas in hand.
You know, that Ferris fellow was right when he said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Yeah, old Ferris is turning 57 this year.
Here's to a new season from Jansen's Heating and Air.
JansensHeating.com.
This is Megan Lopez with Nesty's Burger Joint on the south side of the Taylorville Square. To see our menu, click on our icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Shawlis Nagel, Executive Director at Kimmer Village in Assumption. To learn more about our services, click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
WTIM.
And we're back with the WTIM morning show here on your information station. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, we've got Cirque du Canine's founder, Michelle Harrell. And Michelle has been telling us all about the training part of it, how long she's been involved with these dogs and putting on the show and the routines and everything that you will be able to see on September 20th at the Kirkland Fine Arts Center. Michelle, from your point of view, how can we sell this event to folks that are like, man, a dog circus, that sounds interesting, but what do they need to know in terms of that date coming up at the Kirkland Fine Arts Center?
What they really need to know is you're going to see an incredible amount of enthusiasm from these dogs, which is going to inspire you to go home and try some of these tricks at home. That is my goal always, that they see something, they say, hey, I want to go try that. So we do a little bit of everything. We use props, we use hoops, we use fun kids' cars. I do a magic trick with my dog, which involves an audience member. We do agility, we do high jump, and we have some fantastic fun music, modern and old school. So there is really something for every single age to see and be inspired by.
So truly a show for all ages. Would that be correct then, Michelle?
That is it. We try to make it engaging for every level, every age, and every kind of dog enthusiast.
Well, and if you'd like to see Michelle try and switch out of 6 different costumes over the course of 2 hours, that's another opportunity for you to do so. She'll be very busy backstage by the sounds of our first half of the conversation as well. There's one other thing, Michelle, that we didn't touch on that I'd like to real quick here before we let you know about our kind of another message and another piece to this whole deal. Some of your dog stars have been on some big deals like America's Got Talent and more. How cool is that for you to see that hard work then turn into real recognition?
Oh, that is absolutely the best, because they deserve to be on national TV for the world to see how amazing these dogs are. And it doesn't matter if you win or how far you go, just getting it out there and getting people to see that dogs are really the best thing, and they can do so much, and they add so much joy to our life. So that is such a great message to get across on these big shows.
And one message that we would like to get across here today is that don't forget about your shelter. Don't forget about your rescues. And I think people will find it interesting to know that you guys really do utilize those opportunities to find these dogs. What can you tell me about that message when it comes to Cirque du Canines?
Yes, my very first poodle was from Florida Poodle Rescue. He was called Cupid. He was my angel of love for sure. And Gail has a plethora of rescue stories from her years of being in this business, and currently fosters and tries to place dogs, rescues dogs she finds on the side of the road. Every time I see her, I'm like, okay, who's this? Who's this new one? And she also helps transport. And many of those dogs through the years have ended up in her show and in our show. And it's been amazing to see dogs that could have just been forgotten end up a star. I mean, how great is that? So we always try to say, you know, look and rescue first. If you want a particular breed, there is a rescue for every single breed in every single state, usually several. And if you can't find what you need in rescue, please find someone that you trust that is responsible and does the right thing and tries to bring a really healthy dog into this world if you want a full breed dog.
Well, absolutely. And I love the message to end things out. Michelle, thank you so much for your time here today.
Thank you so much. We are so excited to come to Illinois and be a part of your community and show everyone how wonderful dogs are.
I can tell you that folks hopefully will be reciprocating that love and that interest, because I know on this end, this is a unique deal. So Cirque du Canines, find them online as well if you'd like more information. But September 20th at the Kirkland Fine Arts Center at Millikan University, They'll be there from 2 to 4 p.m. You can get a taste. You can see exactly what we talked about here. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5 FM Shelbyville. 107.9 FM Pena Nokomis.
Police have discovered a damaged drone in a village not that far from the Belarusian border, not the Ukrainian border.
Polish Prime Minister